70 years ago, what do you remember from that first time you stepped out on the field?
Well, 70 years ago, 72 years ago is when I signed my professional contract with Mr. Sam Braden, who owned the ball club at that time in July, which is 72 years ago, and I was very grateful. I owe a lot of people for being around as long as I have, 70 years in baseball. People that take care of me, as far as your trainers, doctors, and everybody else on and off the field, my family and everything. So many times you go 0 for 4 a few times, and you have a bad game where you think you should have won the game, and you come home, and there's your little girl or little boy giving you a big hug. That'll take the pressure off of you. So all in all, 70 years to remember everything. I don't remember. Always great to be in a World Series, and that's what you're going to spring training for.
Red, what do you recall about your first game? Do you have memories of your very first game 70 years ago?
Well, I think I made an error in left field. Phil Cavaretta hit a line drive, and it was over my head, and I played left field then in the old Chicago Wrigley Field, windy field. And it got by me somehow, I guess, and I got an error. But I think I did hit a triple in that game. So that's what they told me today, anyhow. I wouldn't remember it. So, yeah, there's been a lot of ups and downs, and there's a lot of good things that happened to me, and a lot of things that wish it could have went the other way, but that's part of the game.
Greg, why do you think you stuck around professional baseball for 70 years?
Do I what, honey?
Why did you stick around professional baseball for 70 years?
I like baseball. This is the only thing I knew what to do, And I know when I signed my first contract professionally, they sent me to D-ball, which is the bottom of the barrel. If you go any lower, you're back home. And I remember that, and I remember making an error in that first ball game I seen, and Mr. Rickey was there at the time. He was a general manager and part owner, I think, with Mr. Braden. And I didn't know he was there. It was my first professional game, and he said, he's sitting there in that little old clubhouse that was there in Union City, Tennessee, and he says, young man, he says, you're a great ball player. He says, I know you made some errors, but you're going to make a lot more errors before you get out of the game. So he made me feel pretty good. I thought I was going back home, but I stayed, and I'm still here.